Ravenous Cliff Demon Hunter is still one of the best, if not the best deck to hit Easy Legend in the current season, so if you guys still are struggling to hit that milestone, you definitely might want to give this deck a check. It curves off really strong, it has super big high roll potential, and it's also pretty fun as long as the game allows it. So I'm gonna give you a quick updated guide about it with mulligans and win rates, so you have a better idea of what the deck is supposed to do, so I hope you find it helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be appreciated. Now, let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
This has been the list people have been using for quite a while now, not much has really changed for it, and basically what you're trying to do is, in the first few turns you're trying to draw, maybe put yourself some dormant minions on the board. Around turn 4 you definitely want to be dropping a blob of tar, so you can follow up with a turn 5 Ravenous Cliff Hunter, and this makes for a super sticky board, which you could punish the opponent with a Califero around turn 7 or 8, because this guy could swap out all of those 1/2s and 2/4s from the board into frickin' Illidari Inquisitors, or even Mech Pterodons, or heck, even more 2/4s or Ravenous Cliff Hunters. Either of those options can be pretty amazing, albeit that doesn't happen very often because you don't really have an actual reliable way of finding yourself Califero, but still, when it happens, it's pretty magnificent. You also could be doing some shenanigans with Cliff Dive around turn 6 or 7, which could be pulling you a couple of Illidaris, or an Illidari plus Mech Pterodon, or heck, even Blob of Tar plus Ravenous Cliff Hunter, as long as the opponent gave you something to kill them off with. That would be pretty amazing because you are gonna have rush on those idiots, and that'd be very nice to actually trigger their death rattles and basically stick them on the board. You also could be low rolling with things like Califero, but in that case just rush it down into something that doesn't kill it, or heck, even kill it if you think it's not gonna matter anymore. Like if it's the last minion in your deck, might as well just get it out of there, because he's not gonna be transforming into anything basically, and this way you get to thin out the deck. Anyway, going through the cards, we have things like Illidari Studies, with which you could be drawing a lot of cards, or you could be getting a little bit of lifesteal with things like Eye Beam, or the 4-mana Cleave lifesteal spell, which could be pretty awesome. Red card is pretty nice, with which you could do a lot of anti-tempo for the opponent, or just make their taunts disappear for a couple of turns. The Tusk Piercers are always going to be amazing for you, so you can fish out your Blob of Tars preferably first, but also getting yourself Ravenous Cliff Hunter after wouldn't be too bad. The Grim Harvest helps you with the card draw, as well as a little bit of board presence. Infestations are pretty amazing, because this is basically a 4-mana deal 8 damage to the opponent's stuff, so you could handle some early game pressure with ease. Same can be said with Infiltrate, and this thing you could even use on your own things to kill them off, so you can actually trigger off their death rattles, because sometimes the opponent is literally going to try and deny you triggering your Blob of Tar, so you can't follow up with the Ravenous Cliff Hunter so fast, so you could be smart about this thing, and same can be said for Infestation, by the way. Also, we literally lost one of the games because I wasn't careful, and I left the opponent targets for Ziliax, whereas I could have just used Infiltrate there, and that would have helped me big time winning that game, and we actually ended up losing the game because of this silly misplay, which wasn't very obvious, but I literally knew I fucked it up as soon as I did it. The Insect Claw is also amazing, and it's gonna help you stabilize the board nice and good, but it's also great to be having yourself a weapon ready for whatever, for when you're doing things like Cliff Dive, Califero, or just vanilla Illidari off your hand. So don't always swing as soon as you can, sometimes it's better to actually hold that bullet in the chamber. Return Policy is also amazing because you could be using it on your Ravenous Cliff Hunter that way, and that's gonna summon you straight out a couple of 2/4s, as well as give you another Ravenous in your hand, which is pretty good. But in some niche situations you could even use this on your Tusk Piercer. For instance, you played a Tusk Piercer and it drew your Cliff Hunter, but if you still don't have Blob of Tar, you might actually want to go Return Policy around turn 3 or 4, pick the weapon, and that's gonna draw you another minion, as well as give you another weapon, so that way you guarantee you're gonna get the Blob of Tar. It's not amazing, but if the deck doesn't want to curve out for you, you make it curve out for you. The Wavering Slumber could be 2 damage AoE on everything, your minions included, or you could be using it to summon yourself a couple of idiots, which is usually what you do in the first few turns depending on the matchup. The Blob of Tar is pretty amazing because it has poisonous twice basically, so it's gonna be hard for the opponent not to have to sacrifice a big minion into it. Dangerous Cliffside is basically 6 damage on a stick for you, but you could also be using it for easy Califero plays. This way you get to summon yourself 4 idiots on the board, which you could be transforming with Califero, and it doesn't even require too much prior setup, and the opponent usually can't really do much about it. The Ravenous Cliff Hunters are obviously amazing, but in some cases they would be a little bit too slow. If the opponent's already on the board, you just plopping out a Ravenous Cliff Hunter wouldn't be that amazing, because they're just gonna massage the face area and just ignore it completely. But if you have enough time to play it, and after that crack it out, that would be awesome. And also don't forget, Return Policy cares for death rattle cards you have played, not killed, guys. So if you actually did something like Cliff Dive, which gave you Blob of Tar and Ravenous Cliff Hunter, and then play Return Policy, it's gonna come out empty for you. Very, very important distinction. This thing requires the card to get played, whereas Ravenous Cliff Hunter requires a death rattle card to die. So very, very rookie mistake to be misplaying with these things. The Cliff Dive, like we said, could be pretty amazing for you, you, but it also could flop with pulling you Califro like that, which wouldn't be great. And usually when you are doing the cliff dive, make sure you're actually ready to also have a way for your hero to attack, which could be either a pre-equipped weapon or a hero power, so make sure you have enough mana, or heck, you might even set yourself up for success with something like a turn 5 Ravenous Slumber, and if this thing gives you the 4/4 dog that gives you free attack, on turn 7 you're actually gonna have free attack thanks to the doggo that way. It does require a little bit of pre-planning, but sometimes it could actually pay off. Califro's biggest payoffs, like I said, would be the Eladaris, but it also could be Mechpterodons. The Ravenous Hunters are not that bad, and also getting yourself 4 Blob of Taurs out of things like, let's say, your Dangerous Cliffside into Califro also would be pretty sick, but obviously the huge payoff would be the Eladari Inquisitor. This guy would be best to come out from Califro, or at least from Cliff Dive, but sometimes even vanilla from hand would be fine. And last but not least, we have Mechpterodon, which actually does remain on the board if you pull him out from Cliff Dive, which is actually pretty huge. For the matchups, here's what we have for him. Pain Demon Hunter would be way too quick for you because your deck really doesn't have too much reliable healing. Dollhouse Druid is also a little bit too quick on the combo. Elemental Mage would be too quick. Quest Warlock also not your friend, which could be a big factor when deciding if you want to be playing this deck or not, but if you're not facing too much Quest Warlock, this deck should be taking you to easy Legend with ease. For the mulligan, going first and second, Tuskpiercer is always going to be MVP, Grim Harvest is nice, Blob of Tar straight out keep is also great, Wyvern Slumber is amazing on tempo, the Infestation is nice for extra removal, the extra weapon Insect Claw would be nice, and also Eladari Studies could be cool, but only hold on to it for something like a turn 2 or turn 3 play, because on turn 1 best you could be hoping for is draw a single card, which is not ideal. Ravenous Hunter might also be a consideration, especially if you already have yourself a Tuskpiercer, let's say. On the coin, the situation is literally card for card exactly the same. Like, look at this, literally exactly the same situation, but going second, your win rate is gonna be slightly lower, so not much has changed. When you're on the coin, usually you are not as favored. All around, that's it for the deck. It's actually pretty cheap, but Califero is a weird card. You need to be crafting for it, and same can be said for Mechpterodon, really, so they are a couple of niche legendaries, but if you already have them, this should be a pretty cheap deck for you to build. Hope you found the guide helpful, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great, but now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top legend with it. Hope you enjoy. Armando. Not sure if Infiltrate should be a part of this list, but it is. Okay, that's most of my Death Rattle minions. What the fuck, game? I don't know, Milas. Doesn't sound like that strong to me. Didn't feel that strong to me. Didn't see a single that card getting played on the Fury Crafting, so I don't know what that tells you, but it definitely tells you something, don't it? That's the Lychee boy. See what that do. This Califero might be the way to go against them. So I might actually try to pull off a Califero play on turn 7 if he allows me to. Yeah, there is, but still not sure it's gonna be that big a deal. Plenty of ways to make it annoying, but is it really a win condition? Could be. Could be. Kinda feels like a win more card, though.
The citadel stands strong. Nothing can catch my hounds.
He's gonna have 9 corpses here. Could go with Ferak or some. Perhaps, perhaps. It might.
Vengeance is mine.
Ah, fuck. Well, this ain't too bad. Address this. Okay, next turn with the coin, we could even slap face for a potential Eladari bullshit. Corpse Explosion fucks this board over, obviously, but what you gonna do? Doesn't have it. Let's fucking go. That makes the board even bigger. Even bigger and better. Let's foreskin go, guys. One less bad minion to pull. So it's either gonna be Maggie Boy or Eladari Boy. Let's see Eladari Boy, shall we? Let's do it! There you fucking go. Oh, you fat cow. You filthy cow. You wanna do what? You filthy cow. Gallifrero's a filthy cow right there. Hilarious, hilarious. So it's not like we're surprising anybody or anything like that. It's not like he didn't knew I was trying to pull that shit off. I was kind of trying to, okay? I wanted to go deep inside. Should have played around it. He kind of did, but we did not believe in that play around.
Vengeance is mine.
Rock number 802, welcome to the collection.
I'll do this. Not in a hurry to get another Death Rattle minion, so that's why we did it that way. Not a huge fan of giving him a target for his weapy, but let's see. Over the cliff he's in here. It's gonna be a cliffhanger. I don't believe in those. Those are just superstitions, guys. Those are no secrets, those are superstitions. Great success. Nah, I don't think it is a void. I'd rather have infinite 8/8s than infinite attack, you know? Infinite attack looks cool. Doesn't work better than charge. It's also a horrible thing to get out of cliff dive, like what's the point of that? It's gonna go back to your deck. Okay. Can't even kill my guy into anything right about now, which is not great. Because I kind of want to play this thing, but this guy not dead no more. This guy ain't dead no yet, is what I'm trying to say.
Demons? Demons.
I'd rather put another 2-4 on the board if I can. I'm gonna kill this 2-2 though. Fuck. Fuck it, man. I'm gonna try. What am I even talking about? I already spent my mana. That was stupid. I was thinking about putting a Ravenous Cliff Hunter still. I think I should have. Okay, even if he gets the steal here, don't steal shit. Not for this one at least, but the next one it will. Okay. Just gonna fucking try again. The Man of Steel right there. Not a huge fan of that. Next time we can do the Cliffage. Might as well discount Maggie Boy. Why is he trying to show me he has the steal, man? That's so stupid. Like, use it when you need it, not like this. Doesn't get it. Guess his hand is shit or something, I don't know. He has what we call in the business a poopy hand. Must be using some of that half-ply toilet paper. It was half off at the superstore. Little did he know it was also half-ply. Never buy cheap protein and cheap toilet paper, guys. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. Just like he who go bed with scratchy butthole wakes up with stinky finger. It's just the law, guys. I didn't make the rules. Ooh, he's stealing. He's stealing again. So that's how it's gonna be, is it? He said, knowing not at all how it's gonna be. Not having the slightest idea of how it's gonna be.
Demons? Demons.
Let's do. I mean, he's not gonna resurrect shit, he's just gonna handle my shit. And if he flops for the third time in a row, that'd be awfully shit for him. I'm still clap them cheeks, and that's about it. Better stick to dirty jokes? Nah. Why not? Words of wisdom while doing dirty jokes. Or was that shitty jokes? I think it was shitty jokes, guys. Yeah, filthy cow. Don't you dare. And he fucking dared, guys. He dared to dream. He dreamed to dare. At least it's coming out empty. But still. Okay, well, I'ma just cliff dive that ass. Let me just cliff dive that ass. This guy doesn't need too much to bend over. Well, that was as dumb as it could have been. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that's as dumb as it gets. Hooah. I don't want this guy living. Califero can go fuck himself. Should I steal? You know what, I'ma steal. Fuck yeah. Let's just do it like that. 2 burbs, 1 stone, and I'm still gonna swing that ass because I have a hero pair next turn if I need one. It's fine, chat. Okay, with Califero gone, next turn I have a guaranteed double 8/8s, unless I obviously top deck one of those. But if I don't, that is Leafalage, unless Ciliax decides to join. And he still can, but he didn't. Okay. Sitting at 1 mana, the rest of my deck really doesn't have all that much aside from a few red cards and shit. I think man got done. Man got done. Button's right there, buddy. My totally erect Illidari Inquisitors are ready for whatever. They have been hard for over 4 hours, and their doctor's not picking up, so they're gonna go for it. They're gonna do what they do best. Faces. Well, he managed to clear. Please don't top deck one of those. Just don't. Hold it in your pants, damn it. Hold it in your pants, damn it. Just once, okay? Please be cool, okay? There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeet. That was nice now, wasn't it? That right there was very nice. I don't know. Valadol.
You cannot hunt a demon hunter.
What's up with all these rogues out today? I can go like that. Okay, we're both slow as fuck. There you go. It's gonna be a dormant demon hunter, I guess. Okay, I'm happy with these actually. It's gonna be a while till he gets a target for his crap, and it's not gonna be a good target either. Would have been nicer if this dog was actually waking up on the cliff dive turn, but it is what it is. That doesn't really do much. Thank fuck I didn't trade. What you on about? Sure. That can give him my blob. Probably be taking it happily. Happily ever after. Maybe he also sees Illidari in there or something. Illidari would charge, perhaps. Death Rattle Crappers. Well, yeah. Piss. Whose chain he trying to pull? Showing up with free birds. Oh man, there's only so much things to click on this board. Whose chain you trying to pull? Sure. That is a card. Fuck it, man. I'm gonna play this thing just for the sake of playing something right now. It's a good amount of tempo still. This guy's losing that tempo battle. He does have a couple of coins lined up, but shouldn't be able to do much of anything right about now. Those blobs of tar are deep up my ass, apparently. Deep inside. Come on, broski. Are you doing it? He had prep. Oh, manager. He could have actually coined out some shit. Missed me with that shit. There you go. That was perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Takes it like a man. Hyphen. Sadly, Cliff Dive don't do much for me right about now. This is one-off lethal. And next turn he dead the Maggie boy. Problem is he's probably gonna have a silly X, any. Come on, bro, concede. This don't do shit. None of these do shit. He ain't conceding. Does he have the silly X? I could have denied him this. I actually should have infiltrated his 2-1 and that would have denied him any lifesteal. That was a misplay, guys. That was legit a misplay, by the way. For anybody keeping track, I literally had this guy if I did that instead of what I did. Yeah, thanks, man. I literally could have done that. You dumb bitch. God damn this blob of tar, bro. This blob of tar is nowhere to be fucking seen. Fuck me sideways, bro. For real, for real. Seriously, though. Blob of tar is bottom 15. I mean, I told you guys, we've been winning for way too long. It's not like the game's not gonna notice and win variance the shit out of us right now. But do you gotta make it this obvious, though? Still, I could have played around it last turn. Could have played around it. Fucking hell. Got ahead of myself. Hero powering was such a dumb move. He would have been at 2 health, and I had 3 health. Dumbass.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
Could have outplayed the shit out of him there. Could have outplayed the shit out of him, Chief. Both my weapons, both my blobs, and my cliff dive cannot seem to find a single fucking blob. The fabled blob of shit. As the prophecy told.
They will never catch me.
Wow. They said it can't be done, guys. Does he have a wreck? Of course. Of course. Fuck, man. I'm screwed. Am screwed. Well, I deserve that. But damn, did the game make it obvious. This should have been a win. Should have been a fucking win. Should have been a fucking win, though. Dude got me back from 1 HP, goddammit. Totally threw that one. Wasn't so hard to figure out that was the play there.